We all know the importance of sleep. I don't need to say to you that it decreases chances of heart attack, reduces acne, makes your skin glow, helps you digest information after a long day of studying, and helps you build muscle. Basically, makes you stronger, more attractive, healthier, and smarter. Who cares, right? Who gives a shit? In this video, I would like to rather focus on actionable, easy steps you can implement right now, today. First thing, you need to increase your self-awareness. You're a student, and chances are you're sleep deprived. You've been sleep deprived for so long, like for the majority of the year, that you got used to it. You're literally a little more dumber, a little less healthier than you can actually be, and you don't even realize it because you've been sleep deprived for so long. You have no idea about your real potential. You will understand the importance of sleep after you actually feel it. Try to observe yourself. Like, sometimes you will get good amounts of sleep and see how much better you feel. Because personally, I was always watching these YouTube videos about the importance of sleep, about that I will have decreased chances of heart attack, I will die of cancer and all of this shit. But I wouldn't really care because I wouldn't understand, is it that important? Till I had like 1 week of holiday where I decided to observe, is sleep really that important? I was getting like consistent solid 9 hours of sleep every day. And I was feeling so much better. My mind was clearer. I was more productive. My mind was sharper. I was smarter. That's when I started to put more effort into improving my sleep. You will also naturally start putting more priority into your sleep because you know its effects. You felt it. Second thing is consistent schedule. Nothing beats consistent schedule. The reason is that, you know, our bodies have this thing called circadian rhythms. Basically, it's our biological clocks that determine when we will sleepy and when we feel the desire to wake up. It's a complex system of hormonal changes and neurotransmitters. You don't need to know that. All you need to know is that you make it easier for your body to prepare yourself for sleep when you wake up and go to sleep every single day at the same time. If you go to sleep at 12 p.m. every single day, your body will kind of know that you will sleep at 12 p.m. so you start feeling sleepy around this time. And the same is true for when you wake up. And one more important thing to keep about this best strategy is that there will be days when you will go to bed later than usual. Like, let's say you got used to sleeping at 12 p.m. every single day, and you attended some party, now you're at home at 2 p.m. What people do is they make a mistake of waking up the next day later than they usually do because they slept later than they usually do. You do not need to do that. You need to wake up at the same time you usually wake up. Let's say it was 8 a.m. So you will get only 6 hours of sleep and you will probably feel like shit for the rest of the day. But you need to fight the desire to take a nap or sleep. And wait until it's 12 so that you go to sleep. Because if you woke up 2 hours later than usual, now like your circadian rhythms kind of changed up. Now it will be harder for you to return to your old schedule. And you just destroy your consistent schedule just because of that stupid mistake. I remember how I changed up my regimen in literally 3 days. You know what I did? Like I was going to sleep at 12 p.m. and waking up at 8:30 or something every single day because I had a job. But I did not want to go to the job right after waking up because that way I'm like allocating most of my deep work brain energy into my 9 to 5, which is not really desirable. I wanted to instead allocate my energy into recording YouTube videos or working out. That's why I wanted to wake up earlier. So one day I just decided to wake up at 6 a.m. even though I slept at 12 p.m. I couldn't fall asleep at 10 p.m. because, you know, my circadian rhythms and body just got used to sleeping at 12 p.m. every single day. I woke up at 6, felt like shit, honestly. I was less productive. I was dumber. Like, what I usually do in 2 hours, I was doing in 4, but I just powered through the day and I still struggle to fall asleep at 10 because I'm used to sleeping at 12, as you know. Then I woke up at 6 a.m. again, sleeping 6 hours a day. This time I felt even more like shit. I powered through the day and now, boom, I finally fell asleep at the right time. That's how I changed my regimen. Since then, I'm following this regimen. The third tip is controlling your light exposure. In the past, like imagine a caveman, they would go to sleep when the sun comes down. There was no such thing as artificial light. There was no fucking light bulbs. Sun comes down, everything is dark, you go sleep. The same is true when you wake up. When the literal sun is hitting your eyes, you just wake up. So in order to follow the way our bodies were developed by evolution, ideally you need to stop using all electronic devices 2 hours before sleep and then turn off all the lights in your room. That way you will start feeling sleepy after 2 hours. And then when you wake up, you need to immediately go outside and like look at the sky, at the sun. Yeah, it's gonna hurt your eyes if it's too sunny, so just be under the sun for 5 minutes. If there is no sun and too many clouds and it's even raining, there is still a lot of sunlight. That's why it's so like bright. Don't think that there's no sunlight when there is rain. You still need to go outside and just stare at the sky. It's the ideal scenario, but try to keep as close to this ideal scenario as you can. Yeah, you might have an assignment, so you cannot allow yourself to stop using electronic devices. So what I usually do is I lower down brightness on my MacBook to the minimum. I turn off all the lights in my room and wear Blu-ray blocking eyeglasses. That way I minimize my light exposure. And when I wake up, sometimes I feel lazy to go to the rooftop to get actual sunlight, so I just stare at the sky from my window, but it's not optimal. If you want best results, go outside. So yeah, and the last but important thing to keep in mind is that sacrificing sleep is almost never a good idea. It's like the highest ROI activity, return on investment. It's a meta skill that affects everything else. If you sleep better, your relationships are better, your body will look better, your skin will look better, you will be more smarter, you will get more done, all of that. So don't think that, I will just sacrifice 1 hour of sleep and study for 1 more hour. You have plenty of time to study anyway. But if you're a student who had 10 hours to study in the day and you fucking played video games, and when it's time to sleep, you're like, I need to study, I will sacrifice sleep for studying, then you're just a dumbass. Don't sacrifice sleep. You will literally lose centimeters from your height permanently because you're fucking losing on your sleep. You will have less muscle. You will be less productive. Like, it's better to study for 5 hours and then sleep for 9, than study 6 hours and then sleep for 7. Like, you will feel much worse. So information that you learn throughout the day is not getting absorbed into your brain because you lose sleep. And that's it. Bye.